Houston Astros, world champions! Dusty Baker has his ring in his 25th year as a manager. Guy that brought credibility and stability back to the Astros in the wake of the scandal. Guy that's been in baseball for more than 50 years. He's a baseball legend. He's a beautiful human being. And he has the ring that everybody wanted him to get.
You know, you're through the Astros and that core 5 players we're talking about. As you watch this replay, everything comes full circle right here. And you feel like you're stuck in quicksand with so much over your head, so much explaining, and it carries over for a long time. Well, you know what? They got out of it. And Dusty Baker got out of his. And what a moment for Houston, and what a moment for the city.
You know, Dusty Baker was a finalist for the Phillies job when they hired Joe Girardi in 2020, and he was crushed when he didn't get it. And he goes back home to California, and he talks with his son, Darren. And Darren says, Dad, maybe you weren't supposed to get that job. Maybe you got to be patient to go where you're meant to be. A week later, the phone rang. It was the Houston Astros. The right man at the right time for the right team. And now world champion as a manager for the first time as the Astros beat the Phillies in 6 games in 2022. Down to that party. Here's Ken Rosenthal.
Thanks, Joe. Jose, you were on third base when Yordan hit that 3-run homer. What did you think when you saw that ball travel 450 feet?
You know, obviously I knew as soon as he hit that one, it was a big, big fly. First time I see that in this ballpark. But, you know, I just was happy because I know how good our guys are in the bullpen. And, you know, by that time, I thought 3-1 would be a good lead for us to give us a chance to win the game. But then Christian came up behind him and get the big, the 4th run. And, you know, like I said, we're just happy we won.
Dusty Baker, what has he meant to this team, Jose?
You know, he means everything. Like I said many, many times, he came here at the right time and, you know, came here in the right team and won his first World Series.
Jose, congratulations. Thank you. Now over to Tom Verducci.
Thanks, Ken. Martin Maldonado, whenever they talk about the 2022 Astros, they'll talk about the rally that began with you. Tell me about your approach with Wheeler, against Wheeler, leading off the inning, and how you moved up closer to home plate and why.
You know, he was running that sinker in really good. Throughout the game, we were chasing sinkers in. So I know right there I got to get on base. You know, my job leading off, got to get on base. So I said, let me get closer, as close as I can. Don't move. Hopefully hit you.
Martin, every game in this series, your pitchers struck out at least 10 batters, 12 more today. Describe the job that this entire pitching staff did to win the World Series.
You know, this pitching staff been amazing all year. The bullpen, our bullpen been really, really good. You know, Framber battled through first couple of innings, but he settled down. You know, we believe in each other. They trust me, I trust them, and you know, I'm just super excited for the moment.
Martin, thanks so much. Congratulations. Go enjoy it.
Thank you.
Back to you, Joe.
Well, the Astros do it. That cautionary tale of 2019. They came back home with a 3-2 lead. They sealed the deal. They don't mess around. They don't let it get to a game 7. With a 6th inning where they score 4 runs right after Kyle Schwarber put the Phillies in front and inspired hope in Philadelphia that this could get to a 7th game. But they had the response immediately in support of Framber Valdez and in support of Dusty Baker. A champion for the first time. Back down to Ken Rosenthal.
Thanks, Joe. Yordan Alvarez, that was the 4th time this series you faced Alvarado. How much of a difference did that make?
Fue la 4ª vez en esta serie que te enfrentaste a Alvarado. ¿Qué tanto de diferencia hizo eso?
No, creo que siempre que enfrentaba a él estaba un poco ansioso, ¿no? Sabiendo que tiene un gran sinker. Esta vez lo que hice fue calmarme, elegir un buen lanzamiento y eso fue lo que me ayudó a conectar el batazo.
Yeah, I think every single time I went up there a little bit anxious. Obviously, we know he has a great sinker. This time what I did, I just tried to stay a little bit calm, select a good pitch to swing at, and that's what I did.
Going around the bases, what was the feeling like?
Cuando estaba dando la vuelta a la base, ¿qué se sentía?
Increíble. Una vez que pisé la segunda base, pensé que el estadio se estaba moviendo y creo que era la emoción de la gente.
Yeah, amazing. When I was running second base, I felt the whole stadium moving. I think it was just all the fans.
Your parents were here tonight. How much does it mean to you, Yordan, that they were able to see this?
Mis padres estaban aquí hoy. ¿Qué tanto significa para ti que ellos pudieron ver esto?
No, mucho. Obviamente no estaba teniendo una buena serie mundial y la fe que ellos siempre me brindaron, que confiara, tuviera confianza, las cosas iban a salir bien y salieron.
Yeah, great. Obviously, I wasn't having a great series, but they always put all their faith in me, and thankfully, we were able to do this.
Yordan, congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you. Joe, back to you.
Kenny, this has already been a special run for him because for the first time he's been able to share it with his parents, who until this August couldn't get to the United States from Cuba. Got here in August. They've been here since. They just watched their son win a World Series and play a central role in doing so with a legendary home run, still sailing over the batter's eye. That ball is going to keep sailing forever. Coming up, we've got the Willie Mays World Series Most Valuable Player Award presented by Chevrolet. the final in the decisive game of the World Series, and the Astros are champions for the second time in franchise history for the first time since 2017. We welcome you back in. Thanks for being with us for this World Series. Joe Davis, John Smoltz, and so many memorable moments to this fall classic.
Really, I can't think of storylines that were as great as they were here. Philadelphia, what an incredible journey. And then, of course, Houston gets to cap it off with all that they've been through. This really was a great World Series, and Dusty Baker got his.
Yeah, in his 25th year as a manager, Dusty Baker gets a ring for the first time. We're going to go down to the field. Kevin Burkhardt, take it away.
Here with Commissioner Rob Manfred. Minute Maid Park, can you hear me? Try one more time. Minute Maid Park, can you hear us? There we go. Well, how about a little louder for your World Series champion, Houston Astros? All right, let's hand out the trophy, right? We got the owner, Jim Crane of the Astros, James Click, the general manager. The manager, Dusty Baker, is here. And here we go, Commissioner.
The Houston Astros had a great regular season, just completed an incredible postseason run. They give the fans here in Houston the very best that baseball has to offer. It's now my honor and pleasure to give the Commissioner's Trophy to Jim Crane, the owner of the 2022 World Series champion, Houston Astros.
Jim, congratulations, and how sweet does the second one feel?
Well, it's great, but Houston, we did it again. Without you, we're not here.
Congratulations, Jim.
Thank you. Just a couple quick words. Great fans, great ops team, James' group, Dusty's group, all the great players, and from the bottom job in this stadium to the top, everyone contributed. We love you all.
James, come on over. As the architect of this whole unit, what is the most gratifying thing for you to see it come to this?
Just to be on the stage with this team, with Dusty, with Jim, with all the players, to be in front of our fans here in Houston. Thank you. You did this. Thank you.
Congratulations. Well, let's see. This morning, Dusty Baker had managed the most games ever without a World Series title. Not anymore.
Not anymore. Now they quit talking about it.
Has it hit you yet? You got mobbed in the dugout after it was over. You had to hold on to the fence so you didn't topple over.
Yeah.
Has it hit you yet, Dusty?
Oh, it hit me all right. It hit me as soon as that ball, Yordan hit over the moon out there. That's when it hit me.
What has been the most enjoyable thing about this whole run for you?
Well, now that hadn't sunk in yet, to tell you the truth. But, you know, how about them Astros? Hey, this is the greatest bunch of guys. They told me in spring training that they were going to win it. Now, what's next? Party.
Dusty, enjoy it. Dusty Baker.
Well, man, thank you.
All right. We have one more trophy to hand out. The Willie Mays Most Valuable Player presented by Chevrolet. Can we have Jeremy Pena? Right here. That's all yours. What is it like to win the World Series?
I mean, this is what we dream about. Houston, we love y'all. Let's go.
Jeremy, you're the second rookie ever to win MVP of the LCS and of the World Series. How did you do it?
I mean, shout out to these guys. You know, these guys kept me within myself. You know, their preparation every single day. And individual awards are cool and all, but that's the trophy we want right there. Put the camera on that right there. Let's go. Un saludo para mi gente latina. Lo queremos, güey.
What was your reaction? You were right in the middle of the rally when, as Dusty said, Yordan put that ball on the moon. What was your reaction right off the bat?
I mean, our job was to get on base, pass it off to the next guy, and, you know, Yordan's been doing it all year, so, you know, always trust the big man. You know, that was impressive.
Gold Glove, ALCS MVP, World Series MVP, Jeremy Pena. Congrats.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your World Series champion, Houston Astros. Joe, let's go back to you.
All right, KB and Jeremy Pena, the first rookie position player ever to win World Series MVP. After he wins American League Championship Series MVP, every step of the way, this guy answered questions. He hit 400 in this World Series and a very deserving winner.
Yeah, it's an incredible feeling to be this young and to have the rest of your career be marked by 2 MVP. The sky's the limit for this young man. What a year, what a season.
Astros are world champs. Dusty Baker's a world champ. And we've got plenty more coverage coming up from Houston. Kevin Burkhardt and the boys recap Game 6. And these 6 games, Astros over the Phillies in 2022.
You're a homie, bro. Thank you.
I can't believe it.
One hit. That's what I said. One hit. Hey, one hit. That's it. Yeah.
Easy. Premature.
Hey, let's lay in there, Brother Brown in my sight. Damn, he been shot in the back. Man, no, I don't need it.
Huh?
Hey, Dean, are they
wrangling people out there? Wrangling people to come in?
How many we got?
No offense to the media here, but tell media fuck off.
I'm not responsible for anything that just
Yeah, wait for her. Right on. Dusty, smile. Hey, Dusty. Just look this way, smile. Huh? Just smile. Come on. Is it? Oh my God. Oh my God, it's right there. No, that's for the Go. Get in there, man.
Yes. Ready? Go. That's a good one, baby. Dang. What would happen if we had one today? Reggie's coming back from
I'm gonna take this at the end, and I'm gonna treat that like I'm a guitarist. Fucking damn.
Oh, no shit.
Where's Tucker with the music?
Tucker! Tuck! Music! Tuck and Braggy. Braggy here? Braggy and Valdez? Valdez here. BJ! He's here. We just need Braggy.
Hey, will you guys back up so the players can get in here?
Thank you. D-Man. Let him know, JD. Get back, foul, Beast. Get back. Get back, preacher. Get back.
Hey, did you tell him?
No, really good.
Hey, really good.
Yeah, you think a request for tomorrow? Oh, yeah.
Hey, we put the speakers out.
Where are we going later? JV's house, somebody says. We got him. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Loud. Hey, guys. Thank you so much for 3 of the greatest years I ever had in my life, and this just topped the greatest year. And, man, I love you guys. I'm telling you, Game 6, I went to bed last night. Game 6. Hey, man, Game 6 has been my nightmare. And I was like, I ain't lying. And I'm like, damn that, man. We're going to win today. Got Game 6 off our ass, off my ass. We got JV's win off his ass. Okay. And I'm telling you, you guys played your asses off.
Fucking A right.
I didn't have to do shit. Just scribble every once in a while. But you got, hey, I'm so goddamn proud of you guys, man. Thank you. I love you guys, man. All right. Thank you. Go ahead.
All right. Huddle up. Players, please, huddle up. First, before I get a little rowdy.
Watch your elbow.
Yeah. No, we're fine now. Hey, I don't want anyone to take this for granted. Runs like this, what we've been able to do in this clubhouse, it doesn't come around very often. This is special. When we started this fucking journey, sent us out west. We fucking unplugged the electric factory. And then sent us up northeast. We had to remind everyone who the real fucking savages are. And then sent us to Red October. Left them in a pool of blood. Ring the fucking bell. There's more than World Series champions.
grab a beer and dump it on Justin.
Oh, yeah.
How special is it celebrating with everybody down here right now? What do you feel?
Incredible, incredible. I can't even process it. Just so many emotions. It's overwhelming, really.
2 years without pitching to come back and have the year you did and celebrating right now. How incredible. Did you think you'd be here right now?
I mean, you never know what has in store for you. This is the stuff dreams are made of. I don't think you can ever anticipate a dream coming true like this. You can't write this script, but screw it, here we are.
You're a world champion, buddy. I love you.
Go! Billy, hello. Nice. There you go. We gotta get over here. This is, yeah, you tell me. Ben, you good? Do you want to go up, or what do you want? They said either way. They're going to roll the crane interview so you got time, yeah. Ben, what's up? Couple
Congratulations, your second World Series title. What are your feelings right now?
Well, I know one thing, they're hard to win. They're really hard to win. Tonight, we were down one. It was a little shaky, and, Yordan hit that bomb over center field. I haven't seen a ball hit over that wall since I've been here, so that was pretty special. And we got great fans and a great group of people here, and, we work as a team from the top to the bottom, and everybody contributes, and I'm just happy for the city. I mean, these people supported us. They come out here and spend their money. I tell the players, fans pay the bills, not me.
How have you done it? You lose guys like Carlos Correa, George Springer, Garrett Cole, and it's like this team just keeps winning. What is the recipe for success?
Well, I was talking earlier, you got to have 26 good players. You can't rely on one particular player. So sometimes you got to sacrifice what you think might have been a sacrifice, and we try to look 5 years out, quite frankly, and put the players in position that are going to be there if we can't sign someone. So it's not by accident. There's a lot of planning. There's a lot of, there's a lot of luck to it too. I mean, if anybody says they got this figured out, they're crazy, because it's not that easy. But it's worked. We'll continue to work at it. We got a lot of these guys back. This is probably the best pitching staff we've ever had from top to bottom. So that was the way we won this year. We didn't give up a lot of runs, and pitched extremely well and hit when we needed to hit, and got the big hit today. So it's a great night.
Part of that pitching staff was Justin. What was that decision like to bring him back this year? Was it a tough conversation? Was it tough to get him back, or did you know all along you wanted him back here?
Well, we knew we wanted him back. We knew he would work hard enough to be able to come back. He's an unbelievable competitor. He put in the work. He had plenty of time to get the work done. It was a calculated guess on our part, but it was basically, him and I, a couple conversations, and boom, we came to a deal. And I think it was a fair deal, and, worked for him and worked for us. And, sure enough, he came out and had a very, 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 very good year, and I'm very happy for him.
Are the Houston Astros in the midst of a dynasty right now?
I'll let you guys work with that word.
I say yes.
I'd like to even that up there with another gold one on top of that one. Then you can call me.
You partying with Dusty tonight?
We're gonna have a drink or two.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
The Astros are World Series champions once again. Describe this moment right now.
Unbelievable. Just so happy. Just all the smiles on these guys' faces. This is what it's all about. This is why we play the game. And what an unbelievable year. This team worked so hard. I'm just so proud of everybody.
And what does it mean to be able to win here at home and give this to your Astro fans?
I mean, look at this. This is crazy. This is unbelievable. This is what it's all about. We're so happy to do it in front of our fans. We love them so much. This has been awesome. It's been awesome.
Congratulations. Go enjoy.
Thank you.
Sí.
the runner. Fly ball down the right field line. Tucker comes on. Kyle Tucker. It's time they finish the job. The Houston Astros, world champions.
What's up, everybody, and welcome into Flippin, presented by Perry Ellis Fragrances, where the Houston Astros have just won the World Series. I am drenched. I was down in the locker room. I have champagne. I probably don't smell great, but what a special night here in Houston. World Series champions. My brother has won his second World Series, and what a moment. I ran out onto the field. I found my brother. We hugged. It was so special. And to be here right now, the Astros have won again. I'm almost at a loss for words. It was such a special night here.
Have you had a moment to really just look around and take it all in? Because I think the coolest part was just seeing your entire family on the field, mom, dad, girlfriends, wives, niece, everybody just sharing that moment together.
I haven't had a second. I haven't had a moment to relax and to actually think about it. I mean, look, here it is right now, the hug, Justin and I after the game. And then I caught up with him. The first interview after Justin won the World Series was me. I mean, just how special. And there's Kate and me jumping around. Just such a special night. And to catch up with him, let's check that out now. Here's me and Justin after the World Series was won. Riding with everybody down here right now. What do you feel?
Incredible. I mean, I can't even process it. Just so many emotions. It's overwhelming, really.
2 years without pitching to come back and have the year you did and celebrating right now. How incredible. Did you think you'd be here right now?
I mean, you never know what has in store for you. I mean, this is the stuff dreams are made of. I don't think you can ever anticipate a dream coming true like this. You can't write this script, but screw it, here we are.
You're a world champion, buddy. I love you. You know, how special is it? You could see he was almost at a loss for words. So was I. To be here, both of us, he hadn't pitched in 2 years.
Yeah.
I've only been doing this for 2 years, and now he's a world champion, and I got to talk to him first of everybody. I mean, just a super special night, and we talked to so many guys. I know you talked to so many guys. I'm a little overwhelmed, but I'm just really happy.
That had to have been like an out-of-body experience there. I mean, this is – what year is this for you covering a World Series? Two? And you not only get to be down here doing what you love, but then to do it with your brother and with your family, who's still down here on the field with us, just been a huge part of this entire World Series and postseason experience, is something that you guys will remember for the rest of your lives.
I think that's what's still so cool. The game ended an hour ago, way more than an hour ago, and so many people are still out here. Family, friends, my whole family was out here to celebrate. To talk to Justin, this moment right here, if you're watching, this was so special. I was talking to Justin, and then my sister-in-law, and then my parents, and my girlfriend. I mean, the whole moment was just like it's surreal almost. Surreal day.
I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you guys. Now, we talked to a lot of different players. I almost fell off my box.
Shorty on a box was almost Shorty fell off a box.
I'm in heels on a box. This is dangerous, okay? But we got to talk to so many players, and just the look on their faces of the pure joy. One of the first guys I cut up with was Alex Bregman, so let's take a listen to that. Series champions once again. Describe this moment right now.
Unbelievable. Just so happy. Just all the smiles on these guys' faces. This is what it's all about. This is why we play the game.
Hold on.
what an unbelievable year. This team worked so hard. I'm just so proud of everybody.
And what does it mean to be able to win here at home and give this to your Astro fans?
I mean, look at this. This is crazy. This is unbelievable. This is what it's all about. We're so happy to do it in front of our fans. We love them so much. It's been awesome. It's been awesome.
Congratulations. Go enjoy.
So cool.
And I think the biggest part is being able to do it here in Houston in front of the fans. It's the first World Series won at home since 2013, which is a really long time to not have that moment with your home fans who are there with you every step of the way throughout the entire season.
Isn't that crazy? World Series, winning them at home is just so cool. And it hasn't been done since the Red Sox in Boston 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Now the Astros have done it. You could see the emotion in the crowd, the emotion on everyone's faces on the field. Bregman was here in 2017, so this is his second. Jose Altuve, this is Jose Altuve's team.
Yeah,
it feels
is.
like. And after the game, of course, I caught up with Jose Altuve, and we heard from him. Let's check that out. Jose, you're a World Series champion again. What are you feeling right now?
You know, this is a dream come true. I felt like since we got to spring training, we got a great team, good chemistry, and, you know, the only thing we were talking about was, you know, to make this happen, and we made it today.
Do you have a message for the city of Houston?
You know, we love the city of Houston, and they are the biggest reason why we go out there and play like we play.
I'm so proud of you, man.
Thank you, thank you.
That's 2 years and 2 times getting an interview with the guy holding the World Series trophy. Last year, Austin Riley got him while he was holding it. This year, Jose Altuve while holding the World Series trophy, and it's just so cool.
What was it? Now, you got to go in the clubhouse. We're seeing this footage right now. Describe just the energy and the emotion in the clubhouse, all that celebrating.
Ecstatic. I mean, all the guys, the champagne popping just isn't stopping. They just keep going and going and going.
Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
There's beer, there's cigars, there's champagne, and everybody's just hugging each other. You know, it's just so many hugs. And normally these celebrations, and we're seeing Justin there right now with the most gigantic bottle of champagne of all time. I mean, how excited are you for that, guys? So incredible. But the guys are just hugging each other. It's just a big embrace of such a relief to have done it, and just so special and was really cool. This being on the field right now is just is so special as well. There's hundreds of people out here right now, just family, players. So cool. And we've had this talk recently, Alex, about perhaps a dynasty with the Houston Astros, and is this a dynasty if we win it? But the guy that built this entire dynasty was Jim Crane, the owner of the Houston Astros, and I caught up with him after the win as well, so let's listen to him. Congratulations, your second World Series title. What are your feelings right now?
Well, I know one thing, they're hard to win. They're really hard to win. Tonight, you know, we were down 1, it was a little shaky, and, you know, Yordan hit that bomb over center field. I haven't seen a ball hit over that wall since I've been here, so that was pretty special. You know, and we got great fans and a great group of people here, and you know, we work as a team from the top to the bottom, and everybody contributes, and I'm just happy for the city. I mean, these people supported us. They come out here and spend their money. I tell the players, fans pay the bills, not me.
How have you done it? You know, you lose guys like Carlos Correa, George Springer, Garrett Cole, and it's like this team just keeps winning. What is the recipe for success?
Well, I was talking earlier, you got to have 26 good players. You can't rely on one particular player. So sometimes you got to sacrifice what you think might have been a sacrifice. And, you know, we try to look 5 years out, quite frankly, and put the players in position that are going to be there if we can't sign someone. So it's not by accident. There's a lot of planning. There's a lot of, you know, listen, there's a lot of luck to it too. I mean, if anybody says they got this figured out, they're crazy, because it's not that easy. But it's worked. We'll continue to work at it. You know, we got a lot of these guys back. This is probably the best pitching staff we've ever had from top to bottom. So that was the way we won this year. We didn't give up a lot of runs, and, you know, pitched extremely well and hit when we needed to hit, and you know, got the big hit today. So it's a great night.
Part of that pitching staff was Justin. What was that decision like to bring him back this year? Was it a tough conversation? Was it tough to get him back, or did you know all along you wanted him back here?
Well, we knew we wanted him back. We knew he would work hard enough to be able to come back. He's an unbelievable competitor. He put in the work. He had plenty of time to get the work done. It was a calculated, guess on our part, but it was basically, him and I, a couple conversations, and boom, we came to a deal. And I think it was a fair deal, and it worked for him, it worked for us, and sure enough, he came out and had a very, 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 very good year, and I'm very happy for him.
Are the Houston Astros in the midst of a dynasty right now?
I'll let you guys work with that word.
I say yes.
I'd like to even that up there with another gold one on top of that one. Then you can call me.
You partying with Dusty tonight?
We're gonna have a drink or two.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Or
We're
5
gonna
or
have
10.
a drink or two with a smile on his face. Jim Crane is a legend, and to hear him talk about everything there, but how he built this team, and it wasn't the same group. It's just guy after guy stepping up and stepping in. Jim Crane is a legend, and he has built a legendary franchise.
It's crazy to think that there's only 5 guys from the 2017 World Series Astros that are on this team now and have now won 2, because it feels like they have just stayed at that same level of greatness throughout all those years.
Yep, absolutely. And to hear him say it this year, it was about the pitching staff.
Yeah.
That's why we were so good. This is the best pitching staff we've ever had, and it showed it this year. They won the World Series because of their pitching staff. I mean, look what Framber did tonight. Christian Javier, their 4 guy, we saw what he did with the no-hitter. Just so cool.
And also the guy behind the plate calling the game with the entire pitching staff. Now, obviously, I am so extremely happy for you and your family, but Martin Maldonado and I work together on the Angels, and I am just so happy.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
For
That's so
him
cool.
and his family, and I got to catch up with them after the game. Martin, World Series champion. Describe this moment right now.
Oh, the best moment I can have. That's why we play this game. That's why we dream as a kid. When we start playing those, 5, 6, 7 years old, you dream. Remember, with my little brother, I was telling my older brother was always like, "Hey, let's pretend that you're in the World Series." And finally, I did it.
Did it live up to all those dreams you had as a kid, this moment?
Yes, for sure it does.
Now, you had one of the best pitching staffs, bullpen in the entire league all season through the playoffs. What did you see from your guys?
Bullpen, they've been a strong all year. Those guys, they believe in each other. They trust me. They know what I bring to the table, and all they do is just follow me, and they execute pitches. That's the most important thing about this game.
Now, I remember when you were doing the gender reveal for your daughter with the Angels. To now be here in this moment and share this World Series with her, what does that mean?
Priceless. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing it for. Especially, you want your kids to see you as a sample, and just be able to be like this is amazing.
Congratulations.
I think that's one of the most special moments for these players who have young children, to be able to share this moment with them and have this memory with them for the rest of your lives. I mean, something your brother talked about too with Vivi. I mean, it's so cool to see.
It is so cool to see, and it's cool for you to have that moment with him, from knowing him with the Angels. Another guy on this team that made a difference these last 2 games when struggling in the postseason, Trey Mancini, is a guy that I got to play with in the minor leagues, and we played on an all-star team together. And to have that conversation and a hug out on the field was just another special moment. And I know it was so cool to talk to so many of these guys tonight, and Trey Mancini was another one, and let's check that out now. Trey, you're a World Series champion, man. What are you feeling right now?
I'm elated for these guys, this team. I think it's been a long time coming for the Astros, and just so happy to be a part of it tonight and the last few months.
To have the impact you did in Game 5 and Game 6 with a big knock, how much did that mean to you after not having the impact you probably wanted the first 2 games and then to make a huge difference?
Yeah, it was a tough start to the playoffs. Finally got one that I felt good to have a batting average, even though it wasn't a great one. But, in all seriousness, I'm just so happy for all these guys, for the organization. It's just an incredible feeling.
Congratulations, buddy.
Man. Appreciate it, man.
Alex, can we just take a second?
Yeah.
We're here on the field at the World Series, and I'm covered in champagne.
You smell delicious.
And we're talking to all these players that are clearly so emotional, I went in the clubhouse where the celebration's ongoing, like, just really cool. And sometimes you just got to take a moment, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you got to take a moment to appreciate it.
And we're also standing here. So we're looking at the camera right here, but right to the right of the camera in the dugout, we are watching every single Astros player walk down there with the World Series trophy and have their moment with the World Series trophy. So as I'm talking to you, out of the corner of my eye, we just saw Altuve, we saw Maldonado down there, just doing their celebration moment with the confetti and everything is just, again, like you said, you just got to take a moment and really, really appreciate it.
You see it happening right here behind us, and as we're speaking, Kyle Tucker is stepping up, and they're getting to hold the World Series trophy.
Yeah.
Confetti is going, and all these guys are rotating in. Like, these are moments, you can see it right here with Kyle Tucker now. These are moments that these guys are going to remember the rest of their lives, as this one is for us, and it's happening 10 feet away from us. I mean, just super, super cool.
Like literally, like throughout our entire show, we have seen every single player walk right by us with their family, sit down there, get their photo, and then the next one come in.
I think the confetti's about to go on them. I mean, come on, guys, set off the confetti cannon down there. There it is. There it is. So cool. And we see this here. We have so much to talk about, Alex, but I'm so happy for Dusty Baker as well.
We talked about the bullpen, and we got one more interview to toss to here because I got to talk to Ryan Presley. So let's check that one out right now.
The Astros are World Series champions. Describe this moment right now.
I mean, they won at Houston. Y'all got Houston. I mean, y'all keep giving it to us. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable experience right now.
Describe what it was like when you saw that ball leave the ballpark from Yordan Alvarez out there.
I mean, I didn't expect anything less.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm glad the roof was closed.
And what's it mean to do it in front of these fans?
It's the best feeling. I mean, these fans deserve everything. I mean, they come day in, day out, cheer for us, root for us. I mean, these are the greatest fans in baseball, and I couldn't be happier to be a part of this organization.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, he mentioned Yordan Alvarez's monster home run and just the emotion in this stadium. He said he knew it. That's what he does. What has Yordan Alvarez meant to this team?
Well, I don't think this team is here without Yordan, you know? Like, that series against the Mariners, that walk-off home run down the right field line, he had multiple huge home runs in that series. Yordan might not have had the World Series that we would have expected from him, but this moment, everybody should have expected. Yordan rose to the biggest occasion. That was the ball game. The Houston Astros won the World Series off the bat of Yordan Alvarez. He has 3 go-ahead home runs in the 6th inning or later this postseason, tied with 2002 Troy Gloss for the most in a single postseason. Only one player has more such home runs in a postseason career, a guy named Carlos Correa. By the way, the home run, I have never seen a ball hit over the batter's eye here in Houston.
Insane.
It said 450 was the estimated distance. I would say 550. It was mashed.
Oh, he cemented himself in Astros history. And when I was asking each of the players, you know, what it was like down here in the dugout or out in the bullpen, a couple of them said they blacked out. And they're like, it was just, it was pure joy. I think in that moment they knew they had this ball game.
I think a common thing to say is that the stadium was shaking.
Yeah.
It literally
yes, it was.
It was madness. The lights were going off. They did the light thing. Everyone in the stands was jumping and screaming. It was one of those moments that you remember, where were you when?
Yeah.
And if you were in the stadium or watching on TV, you know exactly where you were when. It was that special, and it is no surprise that it came from Yordan Alvarez. It was the 2nd longest home run in the World Series, 450 feet.
We need the Who's Your Daddy shirt.
I often wear that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised that it didn't make it on this trip.
True.
That's okay.
I think it might be in my suitcase, but yeah.
Well, Yordan set the tone for the rest of the game, but let's go back to the guy who set the tone in the beginning of the game. Framber Valdez was so locked in. He was lights out tonight. Arguably could have also been the MVP.
I think exactly, Alex. There's an argument for him to have won MVP.
Yeah.
2 starts, 2 wins, dominant again here tonight, exactly as he was in Game 2. Framber Valdez doesn't get the love and respect that he deserves, I don't think, because he's not the quote-unquote ace of this staff. But Framber Valdez is a superstar. He rose to the biggest occasions. In past World Series, he didn't have the best go at it.
Yeah.
He said he learned from those and was going to take it into this World Series. And 2 starts, 2 wins, and a massive, massive reason we're standing here right now talking about the Astros being world champions.
Now, they have so many guys that could be the MVP.
Yeah.
But let's go to the MVP. A rookie. His very first season in the World Series, wins World Series MVP, Jeremy Pena.
I mean, what can you say about this guy? All year long, you've been saying, this guy has all the makings of a star. You can now say that Jeremy Pena is a superstar.
Oh, yeah.
And there is no doubt about that. He has announced himself in full force, and he showed up when it mattered most in every single game. And he's the only rookie with a hit in every game of the World Series. He had a hit in 6 of the 6 games, the only rookie in World Series history to do that. And we caught up with him multiple times throughout this World
Series. Oh, huge friend of the pod.
Just big friend of the pod. Came on an episode this year, an earlier episode. Every Astros win at the beginning of the series, he came on. And you're just continually impressed by the player and the person he is.
You got to ask yourself, are the Astros here right now in this moment without Jeremy Pena?
You know, I don't think so. You know, Carlos Correa, 1, was a superstar on this team.
Yeah.
2, he steps in his position, and we didn't even talk about Carlos Correa this whole postseason. That's how good he is.
Yeah.
He stepped in, and you heard Jim Crane talk about it in his interview. He said, you just have to take calculated risks. And I have to believe one of those risks was not signing Carlos Correa to that long-term, big-money deal, knowing that you have a guy like Jeremy Pena that is capable of stepping in. The organization knew it. Everybody believed in him. And now the world gets to see on the biggest stage that this guy's a superstar.
It's so incredible to see. But speaking of believing, everybody was believing in Dusty Baker. And doing it for Dusty was the common theme here for all the players, the entire Astros organization. Dusty finally gets his first World Series win as a manager. He was the most winningest manager without one. He got it here tonight.
He got it. It was the last thing on the checklist.
Yeah.
You know, it was the last thing for him. He's already a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He was a good player. He's a great manager. He's the only person in history with 1,800 hits and 1,800 wins as a manager. Dusty Baker's managerial debut was on April 6th, 1993 against the Cardinals. The St. Louis leadoff hitter, Geronimo Pena, was Jeremy's dad.
Come on in. Come join the show. Yay! For all you listening, we got sister-in-law Kate Upton.
Kate,
joining the pod.
Not enough people are giving us credit for how great of fans we were.
#1 fan.
You were the #1 fan, I think, throughout the entire postseason.
Oh, no, I would give it to you. I don't know. It's really festive. No, honestly, a lot of the families, it's a lot of work, and I really respect what actually goes into the logistics of things. But I am very lucky with an awesome family. Hey. And my family's in here, too, and friends. And so really I feel like we make it a lot of fun, and we're, you know, I've been told I'm experienced now in this.
One question for you. How proud of Justin are you?
I'm so excited to be here. I'm so proud of Justin. I think it's just really special. And I also think it's really special to be here at home. And we've never experienced this before. I mean, I don't know if you remember being in 17 and busting on the field because the Dodgers say we weren't allowed. They were like, you guys aren't allowed to celebrate on the field. You guys have to go away. And that's what they told family. And we were like, wait, no, we're not going to go away. And ultimately we're allowed to go on the field. But it was a fight. and now being at home and having this entire stadium full of fans. It's just so special, and I'm just so grateful that the Houston fans are able to experience this.
No, but nobody. It hasn't been 9 years since a team won at home, and to have VV here, it's an emotional night. I think to have her here, and I think she was smiling, she was happy. I think she almost understands how cool this is.
Yeah, or she napped.
It was one or the other.
She either was smiling because she napped or because no. She did. I feel really grateful to have her here, and she doesn't nap anymore, and she did nap. So it was a big W there before the night even started. But no, to have her here, and Justin grabbed her instantly and brought her up on the stage, and she loved it. It was really special.
Now you're
Special
with
night.
Justin every single day through the lows, the highs, everything that he went through the last 2 years. To be able to come back, have a season like he did this year, get his first World Series win, and then be able to celebrate here with you and your daughter and in front of the fans. Describe what that whole emotional process was like.
Well, I think it's really special because Justin in general is just one of the reasons I love him is he's just the most positive person I've ever met. And even from the moment that he heard he had to have surgery, he was so positive about it and was like, you know what, I'm upset, but I get to spend time with my daughter that I would never have. And I just feel really grateful about that. And he does. Whenever he sets his mind to, he puts his all into. So when he set that intention in his life, he was all in. He was just all in for my daughter. He was the best father, the best husband. I mean, that's honestly why we love him, regardless what he does. But it is so festive when he wins on the field. It is such a fun celebration when he comes out here and does this, and it is such an exclamation mark whenever he comes out here, has the year he had, and then wins a World Series, and we're just so grateful to be on this ride, honestly. But mainly because he's the best guy, and you can say it. He is like just a really kind, all-in guy who compartmentalizes. When he comes home, he is a father, he is a husband first, and that's really why we're grateful for him to be in our life.
Congratulations.
Congrats. I love you.
Thank you. Love you.
A great cameo.
Finally.
A great cameo.
Okay, before that, we were talking about Dusty Baker, another person that we have just been so excited to finally have this moment. And I think, do we have footage of him addressing the players in the clubhouse? All right, let's toss to that right now.
Thank you so much for 3 of the greatest years I ever had in my life, and this just topped the greatest year. And man, I love you guys. I'm telling you, Game 6. I went to bed last night. Game 6. Hey man, Game 6 has been my nightmare, and I was like, I ain't lying. And I'm like, damn that, man. We're gonna win today. Got Game 6 off our ass, off my ass. We got JV's win off his ass. Okay. And I'm telling you, you guys played your asses off.
Fucking A right.
I didn't have to do shit. Just scribble every once in a while. But you got, hey, I'm so goddamn proud of you guys, man. Thank you. I love you guys, man. All right. Thank you. Go ahead.
All right.
We've said it before, but whether you're an Astros fan or not, you're happy for Dusty Baker and the emotion there, him addressing the team. And he said he wants another one.
Yep.
I mean, this was the one thing, and he's a legendary player and manager, and to hear him address the team after his first World Series win as a manager after so long. He's the only manager in history to have 5 playoff teams as a manager, and this is his first World Series, and he's come so close, but you just have to be happy for a guy like Dusty Baker and that toothpick that he's been rocking for so many decades.
I love it so much. Your brother actually, I think he joined our Fox set and was talking about it. And he said when he was talking to Dusty after his first World Series win in the last game, he said, I've exercised my demons. Now the last thing we got to do is get you your win. And they did it. And they did it for Dusty. And it's just so magical. So now the question comes to, and I know we've talked about it before, 2 World Series titles in 6 years. Are the Astros a dynasty?
I say yes, Alex. This is a dynasty. There's no doubt about it. 6 consecutive ALCS appearances. That's a record.
Yeah.
They needed this World Series to do it, but it's really hard to understand that you're in a dynasty while it's happening. So we need to understand. I don't want to look back in 10 years and say, man, that Houston Astros team, they were a dynasty. No, let's appreciate it now. You know, there's too much of not understanding greatness. You don't see this in baseball. It's different than any other sport. It's so hard to win in baseball and to be this consistent in one of the last 2 American League teams for 6 straight years, in the World Series for 4 of them, to win it twice and with no downfall in sight. This is a dynasty. If I've ever seen one, this is a dynasty. Perhaps the second of the 2000s. The Giants,
yeah,
I would consider them one.
Oh, definitely. 3 World Series wins in 5 years.
3 in 5 years.
That's a dynasty.
But this, you've almost never seen this much of a staple of consistency. Even that Giants team. I would argue that this Astros stretch was, I would argue this team was better than those Giants teams because of the consistency. Now, 1 less championship.
Yes.
Yes. But we've almost never seen anything like this. The Atlanta Braves are the only other team you can compare them to. And that Atlanta Braves team that many people say was the best team of the 90s and a dynasty in their own right, only won 1 championship. This team is the team right behind the Braves. The Braves are the only team to make it to the championship series more times in a row than the Houston Astros, and they only won it once. But this Astros team, I got no other word than dynasty.
Now, I'm going to be honest. The Astros are not the most popular team in Major League Baseball. Haters going to hate. But does this World Series win silence the critics a little bit?
I think they've been silenced for a while now, but this officially silences them. You know, you can't argue winning.
Yeah.
And now this is the ultimate win.
Yeah.
Now they've won a title, and there's really nothing that can be said anymore. You know, this team, because of everything that was happening in 2017, became a villain.
Yes.
And
Cheaters.
They have embraced that villain role.
Okay.
They have embraced that. And you see it in the World Series. They go on the road, they win on the road. There's no that you can't argue with how good this team has been since 2017, in 2017, and say what you want. Say what you want, and you threw out the word cheaters, but there was a problem going on around the league in 2017. But to be the team that won it that year, obviously they're the one that gets a finger pointed at. They're the one that gets reprimanded by the league. But this is it all goes away now. You can't look back to 2017. Why? Because their last championship was tonight in 2022. World Series champions in 2022. I don't care what the critics have to say. I don't care what the haters have to say. Haters are going to hate. You can hate on this team all they want, but they get fueled by it, and they will win another championship if you want to keep hating.
And what a moment. We're watching right now you and your brother in the clubhouse spraying champagne on each other. He's got a cigar in his hand, the biggest smile on both of your faces. This is a crazy moment, a family moment experience with both of you being here, you working and covering it, your brother winning it, obviously, it's hard to put into words, just watching from the outside.
What a great moment. And then my brother turns to the camera and says, what a little shit.
Oh.
Great moment for Dustin. Thanks, buddy.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a really cool moment. And these are the moments tonight.
Yeah.
What's happening tonight is moments you remember forever. And to answer your question and everybody's thoughts, the critics got nothing to say now.
I'm so happy for you guys, you and your family. So you know what we're going to do now? We're going to take a way too early look ahead to next season, because the season's officially over. All right, so we're going to be those crazy people and already look ahead to next season. Where do you see this Astros team next year?
Well, in the ALCS at least, I say the run continues. You look around this team, Bregman, Altuve, Jeremy Pena, a lot of the pitching staff will still be there. Justin is a free agent, so who knows about that? That's a big one. Yordan. Gurriel's also a free agent, Michael Brantley. But this team did it with its core, and the core is still together. Now, I would say part of that core was Justin, so that could be a big part of the core you're losing. Who knows what's going to happen there. But the other pieces are still there, and this team is still going to be great. So on the American League side, I see no reason not to have the Astros back in the ALCS. I think the New York Yankees are going to be really good next year. I think the Toronto Blue Jays can be really good next year. Those are the three teams I'm looking at. And a little bit under the radar team in the American League.
Yeah.
Baltimore Orioles.
Oh, yeah. I think we were thinking they were a couple years away from being that team to watch out for, but they almost made it into the postseason there down the end, and they really turned things around this year after having a crazy year prior. But let's look over to the National League side. I believe the Dodgers will still be the team to beat, obviously.
Naturally, you do.
Yeah, naturally. Who are you looking at?
You know, what this Phillies team did down the stretch, I think showed the team that they were all year long, right? So I think no doubt the Phillies are going to be great next year, and I wouldn't be surprised, Alex, and I think we talked about this at some point during the regular season. I predicted Trey Turner signing with this Phillies team, and I still think there's a good chance of that.
Whoa.
Imagine that.
Okay.
You know he wants to come back to the East Coast, so if he signs there, but they do Aaron Nola, one of their two aces.
Yeah.
He's a free agent. But the Phillies will be good. You have to believe the New York Mets are going to make a splash, right?
Have to.
Steve Cohen has more money than all but like 4 people on the planet.
Yeah.
And he wants to win, and he didn't do it this year. He's going to go out and make a splash. So I really like the NL East is on quite the run if you think about it. From the Nationals in 2019, the Braves in 2021, the Phillies here in 2022. Is 2023 the Mets year?
If they don't Met.
They're going to be great. I'll say that. So, yeah, those are 3 or 4 teams on each side that I think will be there when all is said and done. What about you?
I told you.
Oh, just the Dodgers?
No, I think the Dodgers, the Braves, the Mets, we're kind of on the same page here. I think the teams that got towards the end and were at the top towards the end of the season, they got it, and they're going to keep it going.
All right.
Yeah.
Your Dodgers with a first-round exit this year, though. You believe in them next year?
I do. I think they clinched a little too soon, and they weren't playing meaningful baseball the last month of the regular season.
Same with the Astros, though, right? They clinched very, very early.
Okay.
In that division, though, the Padres,
Yes.
got to talk about them because they're going to get Fernando Tatis back at some
True.
point, a team that was very good that ended up beating the Dodgers in that first round. Will only get, on paper, better.
Yeah.
Getting Tatis back. Machado will be there. Soto will be there. The Padres are going to be dangerous next year.
Yeah, Tatis needs to go on a tear and prove just kind of all of his wrongdoings that happened this past year with the accident.
He also
Drugs,
needs to go on a
something.
Look in the mirror thing in this offseason and come back and be a more mature $300 million superstar.
Oof.
That's what he needs
It's
to be.
a lot of money.
You're being paid all
A
that
lot
money.
of money.
Yeah. So I can't wait until next year.
What a season!
What a season.
What a
Alex,
cap.
First off, what a special night here. And I can't say thank you enough. I've had this show for 2 years now, officially 2 years. And it's been so great having you come on and be a part of it. I think you've made it so much better. And you've been great to be able to hang out with and to get to know and to be on this show and be so prepared and to make me better and it's meant the world to me. So before we finish this season off here on the field at the World Series, I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you for believing in me and trusting me and inviting me into this Flippin' Bats family, because it really has become such a family, and every single person that works on this show, not just you, but everyone behind the scenes cares so much for it to succeed and to be better. And you can really see that you're breaking down barriers. We're breaking down barriers, and it's only the beginning.
It is only the beginning. Other people, so many people behind the scenes you mentioned. There's people behind the camera right now. There's producers, there's directors, there's an entire technical and production crew. There's a social media team that's all been so great and killed it this postseason, and all of this is possible because of them, because of their hard work. So the product you see on the screen right now, there's so much that goes into it, and I just wanted to take a second to say thank you to absolutely everybody involved, including Alex, including everybody behind the scenes. This has been a special year. To be my second year in this industry and to have this show and to love the game of baseball so much and to never fall out of love with it after I finished playing the game, and to have this now, to be able to share this, to be able to share my experiences with the world, to be able to share these experiences with my family on the field. It's emotional. It's only the beginning, and I'm so thankful to everybody that has made this possible along the way. I've worked so hard, and the future is even brighter. So thank you to everybody that's even a part of this, the entire Flippin' Bats community that's listening. Thank you all for being on this journey with us. I feel like I'm on a journey, like we're on a journey with you guys, and we're just bringing you what we see. And I hope you enjoy all of that. I hope you enjoy everything Alex and I have been bringing you, because we've been working our tails off.
We've been having a blast, and now you get to go celebrate with your family and your brother.
It's going to be a special night.
Congratulations on everything.
Thank you. It's going to be a special night. The Houston Astros are 2022 World Series champions. We talked to half the team on the field. We talked to the owner. I declared them a dynasty. It has been quite the night. It has been quite the month for us.
Yeah.
And I am so thankful to everybody involved. So for Alex and myself and the entire Flippin' Bats team, thank you all for listening to Flippin' Bats, presented by Perry Ellis Fragrances. What a World Series. We are not going away. We will be doing off-season episodes. We'll still be around, and I hope you guys listen and keep on listening and keep on being a part of this. Thank you all for enjoying this World Series run with us, and we will see you back in L.A. for the World Series in 2022. The Astros are champs, and Alex and I are out. Peace.
See ya.